Hello everyone, my name is Angus Campbell and I'm the Executive Director of Caregivers Nova Scotia. With me today is Nora Spinks, the Chief Executive Officer of the Vanier Institute of the Family, which is a national organization dedicated to understanding the diversity and complexity of families and the reality of family life in Canada. Welcome, Nora.
Nice to be here.
Thanks. As you know, May is Caregiver Awareness Month here in Nova Scotia, and May 5th to 11th is National Caregiver Awareness Week. Nora, you've come to Halifax to give a talk regarding working caregivers. That is, people who are employed and who are also looking after loved ones at home after they finish their work. We would be grateful if you could share some of your knowledge and insight about this very important topic. So if I could just ask you a few questions, such as, what changes have you seen in the last few years that support working caregivers?
Well, I think there's a couple of things. First and foremost, we're all living longer, by and large, so that's the good news. We're also working longer. The likelihood is, at some point in our careers, we are going to be either a caregiver or a care receiver, or both, at some time during our working lives. So it means that we have more experience to draw from, and it means that employers have more experience in trying to address the issue. Employers, by and large, doing it one-offs. So in a recent study, we looked at if employers are doing anything, how many of them are doing it strategically, and how many of them are doing it to put out a fire. And it's about 50-50. And so what we're hoping is that with more discussion and understanding about caregiving and work and the complexities and the importance of supporting working caregivers, that we'll be able to shift that so more employers will be addressing these issues more strategically and less one-offs putting out fires.
Thank you. And so, what do you see are the biggest challenges facing working caregivers today?
Well, caregiving is hard in a couple of different ways. It's time-consuming, it's unpredictable, it's trying to navigate a system that, even if you've been in it before, changes rapidly, or the needs of the person that you're caring for this time may not be the same as the needs of the person you were caring for before. So it's a continuous learning experience. It's hard in that it's 24/7, whether you're at work or whether you're at home. And so oftentimes when you're at work, you're feeling guilty that you're not at home, and when you're at home, you're feeling guilty that you're not at work. So we have to create environments where people feel comfortable and supported at work to fulfill their caregiving responsibilities. And when the time comes where the care takes a priority, that they don't have to have that extra fear of loss of job or loss of opportunity or loss of income while they're fulfilling those roles and responsibilities. So employers have an obligation to learn more about caregiving and the realities of caregiving today, and factor that into their human resource management, to their management training, to the way in which they create their environments where people have lives outside of work.
And that leads me right into my last question, is what are some of the policies and changes in the workplace that would assist working caregivers with their caregiving journey?
Well, whenever we talk to caregivers, the first and foremost thing they ask that they want from their workplace is recognition, respect, and understanding that they have a life outside of work and that this is important to them. Low cost, no cost.
Yeah.
Just respect. What they need is flexibility over how, where, and when work gets done. So either control over their shift, control over their start and stop time, being able to compress their work when they can so that they can bank some time if they need to, or when they need to have a full break from work, that they can do so without fearing loss of attachment to the labor force or loss of job. So it's really the need is respect and support, and the want is flexibility. if the employer is large enough and they have programs like employee wellness or flexible spending accounts in their benefits programs, to be able to use that to go towards caregiving as well as to go to self-care, or to go to self-care and reinforce the importance of self-care. Those are little things that can have a big impact.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for your time, Nora, and for all the good work that you and your organization do for Canadian families and Canadian society. And again, welcome to Nova Scotia. For everyone who's watching this, make sure to follow our social media campaign on Facebook and on Twitter using the hashtag CaregiverAware2019, and visit our website at www.caregiversns.org to stay up to date with everything that is happening. Thank you.